afternoon, everyone. Welcome back here to round 13 here at CDR at Bahrain. We've got a short qualifying followed by a sprint race, followed by the actual race. Let me just turn the volume down on this because that is quite a bit loud, and my voice is bad enough as it is. So I do apologise as well in advance for any coughing or whatever you hear. Or if you can't hear me properly, I will do my best. Not the best health right now, but you know, with that aside, we've got qualifying already set off right now. So yeah, round 13, which after this race we have left 2 races left of season 6. I was looking at the standings that was posted earlier today, and I believe that it was Ginge who is got quite a comfortable lead in tier 2. He's got 170 points, followed by Kiani, who's in second with 132. And then from there, from third place down to, I would even say, 8th place, just under 20 points. So we've got Lars, Claymore, Cammy, Snitsy, Paranoid, Ron, and Cameron Porter. You know, from the rundown from Lars to Tyrannosaurus, there is literally 3 points. It's all to play for, you know, maximising points. Like I said, with Ginge, win here or in Canada, and I believe it's it's Spain and Miami. My mistake for final 2 races. Win here within the next 3 weeks and just consistently getting points. I can see him, you know, getting a comfortable win, possibly even winning the league early, you know, before the final race. We have got a few reserves in tonight as well. So yeah, reserving in, we've got Nerf Packet in the McLaren, we've got Rally in the AlphaTauri, we've got Chris in the Red Bull. And also we've got Bacardi as well in the Aston Martin, who is not a familiar name, so possibly could be another driver. So we are going to get back to the race, and we are going to see who is going to be setting a lap first. We've got Kiani there, who's starting his fast lap now. So we've got, is that a Red Bull? Is that, no, that's Panoid in the pit. So is that Chris in the Red Bull, who is again starting his lap? So yeah, sorry, completely lost control of who actually is out first. I know it's Bahrain, don't really expect a lot of rain coming in. And on watching, just want to confirm that it's going to be nice and dry throughout the session so far. So Ninja is the first one to set a lap time with a 1:29.8, and Jin, speaking of the devil, tops that with a 1:29.4. Purple's all 3 sectors there. We'll jump on board, we'll see who's that. That is Anderson, who's a 1:30.12. We got Technic Tash a 1:29.5. So straight away top 3, all within 4/10 of each other there. Anderson and Nerf Pack as well, setting a 1:30 flat. Clay as well, 1:30 flat as well. So again, you know, these boys, it's sort of, you've got enough. I know that's Kiani. While Kiani we see sideways on track, we are going to stick with a driver. Who are we going to stick with to watch their lap? We're going to watch Bacardi in the Aston Martin, who again I haven't seen pop up. I didn't have missed comms for the past 2 weeks. But I am back, and that is Nixie, who slid into second place with a 1:29.5, so a 10th of Ginge there. Wiccan is set at 1:48. Chris at a 1:35. Cammy's at 1:46. Cammy there. Recently been a lot faster. And we've got Valley R93 again coming in as a reserve, getting the fastest lap so far with a 1:29. Riccardi sets a 1:29.8, so it is top 7. All within the 1:29s. Clay there out of fuel, who no, these boys here. The problem is that you don't want to set too many. Well, if I can remember a sprint race correctly, you don't want to waste all your tyres, or and you don't want to mess up your sprint race and use a set of tyres that you don't necessarily need to set. and obviously you there's advantage for the actual race. You know, you'd have one fresh set and possibly one worn set. There's a yellow flag as well, which I think is possibly due to the car on low fuel mode. Being it to Bahrain as well, I mean, the track itself, oh, and that is Jack Slater with a massive kick-off oversteer, not losing control of his car though. But yeah, I mean, from sector 1 to sector 3, I mean, I'm trying to think of the word here, sorry boys, so my mind's not with it today. But yeah, the incline of this track is ridiculous, you know, especially as you see through sector 2 here. Jack Slater's here. I mean, you know, he's, again, as I was just about to say, it's so easy to invalidate there. Get the power down, you know, either a little bit too early, causing the spin, getting the power down too late and having the oversteer. Jack Slater's obviously, unfortunately, proved it for us, getting the invalidation on this lap here, so I'm not too sure if Jack's got enough to set another lap or not. If he does, then he's going to struggle to, maybe with time, get another lap in. It depends on how much fuel he's got in. Who else we got? We got Sheik in the Mercedes as well. Gonna see what he can do. We'll stay aboard. He's coming up to sector 2. And again, a corner like this as well, if you get your braking the slightest late or too early, you can lock up, go off track, or get the power down too early and spin. It's not a track where you want to rush, you know. You've got a few overtaking positions around here, but again, it can be a case that, you know, one move that you didn't need to do could result in a spin or heating up your tyres. Again, tyre wear around here, the temperature is ridiculous. Even though it's on that track, it's still quite hot, and that was a Sheik that set a purple sector 2. So he's coming up to the final corner now. I apologise as well if you hear chewing. A Sheik a 129.3, so a solid lap there, so puts him into P2 for now for the sprint race. But yeah, if you guys hear chewing, that might be annoying. I do apologise, but right now Suvas are my best friend. So who else are we waiting for? So yeah, we still got 5 drivers still waiting to set a lap. Kiani's just started his lap, so we'll stay on board for Kiani and see what he can do. Again, Kiani's sitting in P2, so he needs the best advantage to the sprint race possible. Sprint race, I believe it's top 4, or I can't remember if it's 3 or top 4, if anyone wants to correct me. And that is Kiani that has spun, and oh, I do not know how he didn't wreck his car there. He's got no front wing, unfortunately, there. And again, that's just what I'm on about with this track here, with the incline and decline of this track here, and the height difference in corners from sector 1 all the way through to sector 3. And again, Kiani showing us exactly what could be possible. Kiani, though, luckily not to cause terminal damage to his car. Yeah, and there's no wing, so in the meantime, we've missed hot wings in P2, 129.2. Wicked snuck up to P4. And yeah, just gonna see there's not much, not much movement going on. So we'll jump on board with Hindsight, who is coming up to sector 3 in a McLaren. We've got just under 9 minutes left of qualifying, so yeah, it's going to be interesting because, you know, we'll see, you might get some people coming out on worn tyres again to save as much tyres as they can for the race, and Hindsight moves up to a 129.5. You've got Hot Wings as well, I believe is... I'm not too sure if he's on his in lap or not. Anderson has left the session. 8 or not, and so momentarily I'm going to send him an invite quickly. Give me 2 seconds. just going to be sending the invite out back to Anderson. Anderson hopefully should be joining this session anytime soon. In the meantime, though, we have missed Nixie setting the fastest lap of 1:28.9. Zinks is there in a 1:28.9 as well, so only 600 of a second, and then 10th behind, well, not even a 10th, 200 of a second rally in P3. So we've got some close times here, and again a 10th hot wing, so all within 2 tenths down from first to fourth. So Wicken sets the fastest lap of 1:28.7. So these lap times are, we're going to stick on board with Clay. We're going to see what Clay can do here. Clay looks like he is finishing his fast lap here. He's got a fuel light on, but it also looks like he's going into the pits. Okay, he's going into the pits. So yeah, we've got a few cars going into pits. We'll see what Cammy can do as well. Cammy is approaching the straight down to sector 3. Cammy on the final corner here. He has got an Aston Martin ahead, but unfortunately can't. He's too far away to get any advantage on the toe. Cammy also looked like him to power there. Cammy 16. That can't be right. Apparently 16 seconds, but doesn't improve. That must have been his outlap. Weird glitch there, saying that he's improved 16 seconds, then yeah, everyone will be questioning that. But yeah, so we're still on board with Cammy, and we'll see if Cammy can improve. Again, Cammy's currently on a 1:29.6. Even if he improves 5 tenths, we'll only put him up into 4th place. So you can gain a lot of time, but with how close these lap times are at the moment, you're gonna have to find an extra 10th and more. Again, looking currently 2 tenths of 16 P2. So Kiani there managing to set a lap time with a 1:28.7. So again, only that's 5 thousandths of a second splitting Kiani and Wicken for P1 and P2, therefore qualifying for the sprint race. And that is a yellow flag we've got in sector 1. Cammy's also improved with 1:29.2, puts him up into 6th place as well. Making space, I'm guessing, for a faster car behind him, slowing down. Cardi, who is on his in lap, so we'll jump on board with Rhinoceros again. Rhinoceros not where he wants to be in 1:30.3. We have seen Rhinoceros come out with some decent qualifying lap times. We're going to see if he can improve. Everyone's more or less got everyone's. That is 8 tenths quicker through sector 2. 8 tenths will improve, make quite a lot of improvement. Going to be jumping up to possibly at least 11th, 10th place at the moment. So jumping 8 places. Going to see if we can get a good exit here, capitalise it. Keeps it nice and tight, nice and clean. DRS active, and we're going to see what Rhinoceros can do. Rhinoceros moves up into 6th place with a 1:29.2. It improves by over a second. So yeah, exactly what I was talking about. Ron has got some time hidden there for qualifying and proves it there. Again, these lap times, it is ridiculous. From 16th with Tash with a 129.5. It is all within a second to first place. It's all about seven tenths, which I'm going to be honest, I think this is the closest qualifying I have seen in a while. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who comes out now to try and make the most of track evolution. Rhinoceros as well, he set that lap and his tyres are 2 laps old. So, again, like I said, some drivers will be using scrub sheds, and yeah, so if he's done that on worn tyres, imagine what he could have done on the fresh set. So yeah, we've got Wicken as well on the outlap. Kiani is in the pits. I don't think he is going to have enough time. I think he's just going to sit in the pits. Wicken's on the outlap. Snitsy is invalidated, so he's got a fuel light on, 100% DRS. Fuel light is off, so yeah, so Snitsy will jump on board with Snitsy as well. He's on his fast lap here, currently in P3. He needs to find 2 tenths to get the jump on Kiani for P1. Again, Snitsy has had some rapid qualifying times, especially when it comes to last minute. It's last minute, his last chance. Pressure is on to get that P1 for that sprint race. I've got a comment coming through. I believe that was Captain Hindsight saying hi, hello mate. So yeah, so Snitsy is also coming through sector 2. Again, these corners here, you know, it's tempted to go full throttle. As he does, full throttle keeps it nice and clean there. So he does look to be on for a good lap here, hoping to improve, find them 2 tenths. Again, final corner, so Ginge and Cammy have both retired from this session, obviously happy with their lap times. DRS is enabled, and unfortunately he does improve by a tenth, but it's not enough. We've got Wicken as well, we'll jump on board with Wicken, who looks like he's got AlphaTauri behind him, possibly sneaking up for a tow here. We're going to see what if Wicken has improved. Then Wicken only needs to find 5,000ths of a second to match Kiani's time, so not a lot, but with the lap time these boys are setting, he needs to get perfection in every corner. So Wicken is a tenth up, so at the moment that will put him, or nearly 2 tenths up, that will put him at P1 by with a 128, possibly a 128.5. You come through the final corner, Wicken look like he took a little bit of a more tight inside line there. Wicken a 128.6, so improves just under a tenth. So lost a little bit of time there, but that's still enough to put him and get pole position. We've got Valley R93 going into the pits. Hot Wing has invalidated, and that is it. That is it for qualify, not Q1, sorry. But yeah, their lap times, top 4, ridiculous. 3 tenths between them, but again, a 128.6, a 129.5 down to 17th. So again, less than a second from 1st to 17th. I believe we're just waiting. Well, it says that we're waiting for Ninja, who's in the pits, and Value, who else went into the pits. And that again brings an end to qualifying here. Yeah, a close, very close to qualifying there. So I'm going to try and get through these names as quick as I can before I have my next cough. So yeah, taking pole is Wicken. Joining him on the front grid is Kiani in the Haas. Snitsy's in 3rd. Sinks is in 4th, Valley's in 5th, Ron is in 6th, Cammy 7th, 8th is Clay, 9th is Hot Rings, 10th is Ginge, Tannic Tash is in 11th, Bacardi is 12th, Ashik's in 13th, Chris is in 14th, Hindsight is 15th, Ninja 16th, 17th is Paranoid, 18th Nurpak, 19th is Jax, and at the back is Anderson. So we're just going to take a little moment here while we wait for the lobby to set up, wait for everyone to get there, set up, wait for the admins to give us everyone the okay to ready up, and I will be back in a minute. That was a lot quicker than what I thought, so we've got formation lap underway already. That was a very quick ready up there. I mean, this is my first spring race, so I'm not too sure if they wait around or not. So we're going to see tyres, I'd imagine. The tyres are going to be mediums, yep, and that is Wicken, that's off the track already. So Wicken's falling behind. So yeah, everyone obviously equipped with the medium tyres. What you don't want to happen is, you don't want to find yourself with wing damage in the first lap or two, having to change tyres, and that will ruin your, well, I mean, if you get in early enough, your mediums will be okay for the next race, but you don't want to have to pit halfway through the lap and your mediums for the next race if you have to use both sets. And that is a disqualification for Chris and a Hindsight. And again, is that, who's that in front? I keep going off of Wicken. I think that is Tannic Tash ahead of Wicken. It looked like he was going off track a bit, but we are going to jump on board as well with Kiani. Again, what we don't want to see, we don't want to see no 360s here. No. So yeah, so predicted strategy mediums all the way through, which I'm going to be honest, I don't think we need a game telling us. So yeah, so it looks like Chris and Hindsight will be starting a race with cold tyres, which going into turn one here, especially mid-pack where they are, it's not going to be good for them. And that's Cammy and Clay as well, that's got a disqualification as well, so so far it's all good. No one is turning this into a Modern Warfare 2 quick scope last kill 360. No 360s here, so it's all nice and clean. So we've got a nice little view here. Hopefully this view keeps us here for down to turn one. We're going to stay on board with that view of Snixie. So yeah, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. We are racing, so it looks like that Kiani has got a good start on Wicken there. Hopefully we get a nice clean, got a lot of movement going on. Hopefully we get a better camera view than this. And it does look like it is clean so far. That was 3 wide, and I say that, and that is a wild Ferrari spinning off, which I believe is Snixie. Snixie there had a good start, and at the front here we've got side by side Kiani and Wicken. It's a yellow flag as well, so there's no overtaking, and Wicken I think does go for the overtake here, so, but it does look like he is giving the position back, so no love lost there, but no, they are still side by side. And yeah, Wicken does look like he gives the move back there. Still a yellow flag with sector 1. Hopefully we don't have a VSC straight away. Wicken and Kiani though are not letting off either. So that is Rhinoceros. Rhinoceros is out of the race. Must have got terminal damage there. Clay, a 10-second penalty. We have got. We're gonna see. We have got problems here with Jax and Nerf Pack. Both cars are off the track. But yeah, Clay there. Don't know what he's done. He's got no wings, so I'm not too sure what's happened there. But a 10-second penalty. I imagine that would definitely be under review. Because there's no way you can get a 10-second penalty unless you purposely cut about 4 corners in a row. So we are going to jump back on board. We're going to see how Kiani and Wicker. So Kiani did get a move. Saw him get a move, and looks like he's now generating a little gap to Wicken there. So again, Kiani right now. I mean, Jinj did start about P10, I believe. Will jump on the position change. Yeah, Jin's P10 up into P5 already. Again, Jin just needs to not worry about winning a race, to try and get as high of a point as he can just to secure his win. Again, Kiani needs to capitalise on every mistake Jin might make. Alternative pit stops, just to, including this race, 3 races to go. There's 40 points split in them two, so it is going to be hard for Kiani, but anything is possible. Oh, and that is Valley there with a slight knockoff oversteer there. But doesn't look to have lost too much time on Wicken. I mean, he's lost about maybe 3/10, but oh, Valley needs to do, and again a bit of oversteer there, maybe getting a power down. And who was that? That looks like that was Ginge peeking out on Sinks, but it does look like he's further behind. And Sinks does get a little clip off the curb, but does like to get a little bit of a better exit than Ginge. And there, that's the oversteer through that corner there, and that is Bacardi now all over the back of Ginge. Had to hit the brakes though, and that does leave Ninja, who is currently gained 9 places at the moment, looking to make Bacardi a next victim for an overtake. So we now have DRS enabled. Which is interesting because apart from Technic and Ishik, everyone down to P14 is within DRS of each other. And I say that as Valley's now dropped a bit of time, and Zink has dropped a bit of time there, so not too sad. I know Valley had his oversteer, but he was still in the second of Wicken. And Sinks is struggling here through sector 1. Ginge looks like to start the break, and we've got a yellow flag, and that is Kiani. Kiani has spun, doesn't look like they can no damage. Kiani though is re-entering the track sort of side next to him, but yeah, it's not jumped in anyone's way, so a nice little quick re-entry there for Kiani. Kiani though is down to 14th. So that now gives Ninja next position gained. So Anderson and Ninja both found 10 places in 3 laps. Just seeing who's closer. Yeah, we've got Cami, Ninja and Bacardi. Again, with DRS active here, it is going to be interesting because it will come down to the lower downforce, as it does look like Hot Wings is catching up to Cami on the straight. So we're going to jump on board here. Obviously DRS inactive, so we're going to see if we can get the total. And yeah, there's a speed straight away here in 190 already before the finish line. Goes for the in, looking to make a move on the inside, side by side through turn 1, and he gets the move there, and that's a very small contact between Ninja, Hot Wings and Cami. Hot Wings literally just got left a perfect amount of space to put his car there. Nice driving there again, even though they left a minimal amount of space. Space was still left, but it does look like Cami's not giving up though. He's all over the back of Hot Wings again. Hot Wings with the lower downforce could be struggling around sector 1 into sector 2. Camino does look to be dropping back ever so slightly. Goes off track. Is that going to be a warning for him? Not too sure. But that does give Tenek Tash a good run at him. Whether it's going to be enough, He does look, but yeah, there's not enough space there. Cheeky little weave there. I think that was more of just looking for the braking line. So we've got Ginge, who is all over back of Sinks, who will get DRS next lap, and looking maybe to get the move done before the DRS straight, which. So yeah, I'd imagine Ginge gets a move done here straight away. Fortunately, Sinks there ahead, no toe, no DRS is gonna be a sit and duck and get. Yeah, he gets the move done, and it looks like Bacardi as well looking to get a piece. Cardi though just left short though, not enough to get Sinks, but that does put him on the back of him. Yeah, it's enabled, so we're going to see if Sinks has enough to maybe make a move. Jins forces him around the outside. Jins going defensive on the inside already. We've got a nice little bit of wheel bump there, and that is Valley around the outside. And again, a little bit of contact, and that is really, that does get the move done again. And a little bit of a glitch there, but Cardi having to brake a little bit harder with Ninja on his back as well. And that is Hot Wings as well. Hot Wings making an audacious move there, going. I mean, the gap there was always closing, and we've got Snitchy that's DNF'd as well, and we've got Kiani that's sideways. So with 5 laps to go, I'm not too sure what's happened there. Snitchy though, unlucky, is got terminal damage. So we are going to see what we have missed through this battle. So Ginge looks to have lost it. No, Ginge is still in P4 yet. I think to get the move done, but Bacardi, sorry, it looks like to have lost a bit of time just out of Ginger's DRS kind of approaching the final corner. Not exactly what he wanted. I know he's found 2/10. We've got 5 laps to go here. He does look to me looking on the inside of Ninja, and he is ahead going into the braking zone, and they are side by side, and there's enough space there, but it's going to be interesting. And Ninja darts on the inside, Kemi's around the outside, but I believe that Kemi has got DRS and Ninja doesn't. Ninja though has no ERS. Oh, and that is Tonic Tash that is looking to make a move on Kemi, taking advantage of Ninja closing the door on Kemi there, still side by side. This is going to be, yeah, Kami there does the smart thing. Kami backs out. But if that would have turned ugly through that second turn, that would have been another spin out. We're going to see here, does Ginge have enough? I don't think he does have enough to make any use of the DRS here. Getting Ginge as well into his ERS 2. So Bacardi though is all over the back of Ginge. I mean, Bacardi has been looking at a double overtake every time we go into lap 1, looking to make the most of it. I mean, now it looks like he's got his best run here, but does get quite a bit of oversteer there, going wide. Unfortunately, does lose momentum. Ginge will definitely make a move, but I'm going to be honest, that looked like Bacardi rocketing as well. Yeah, Ginge again makes the move down. We're going to see what. Oh, yeah. Bacardi there breaking, just literally breaking. Sorry, Bacardi there was getting on these brakes perfectly, and that looks like, is that a yellow flag? And that is, well, we'll pay attention to the yellow flag later. Sinks and Ginge are battling it out, which does allow Bacardi to gain on time. He's lost. Sinks though again taking that inside line, giving him the advantage, and that is Ginge going on the inside. But yeah, Ginge does get a nice little idea there, but Bacardi does have the speed on the outside. We got a yellow flag, and that's Hot Wings that has, looks like he's DNF'd his car. So that is 3 cars. Ginge looking to look like he's going on the inside, but yeah, that gap will always be closing there unless you are side by side. Again, we've seen Ginge and Bacardi here. I mean, if they don't get that kick of oversteer, they get a brilliant exit here. They both do. Yeah, Ginge again still over the back. And we have got a really nice. Is it going to see another? Is Jin's going to be able to make his move here? Because everything that Jin's has done, Sinks has had an answer for. Now it's Bacardi as well. Bacardi as well got a run he wants. Going to split them down the middle. And this is going to go 3 wide into turn 1. And no, that is Bacardi. Bacardi doing a smart thing there, backing up. That's all. And again, Jin gets the move done. And yeah, leaves just enough room. Gets the move done. And that's Bacardi as well. Sinks has gone down. And Sinks, I believe, has got Jin. Sorry, Bacardi there has got Jin and Sinks. Bacardi there getting a double overtake. And that is Bacardi as well, that has spun it, gets a lovely move there, and we were 3 wide as well on the exit of turn 2, I believe. There's a yellow flag, so they shouldn't really been overtaken. Oh! I believe Tenek Tash just went into the back of Cammy. Yeah, he is missing the left side of his end plate, so this is not what Tenek wants right now, because he can stay out. I don't believe he's scoring points in the sprint race. He can stay out and stay defensive, or does he pit and waste a set of tyres and possibly lose a lot of positions? So that is Jins. Well, jump on board with Sinks and Jins, and Jins was wildly off track there. So Cammy is all over the back of Tash again. Tash will have a disadvantage through the corners now, especially sector 1, at the end of sector 1 into sector 2. I believe it's turns 2, 3 and 4. Cammy making a move on the inside. Gets ahead before the braking zone, but that is Tash that is braking early. Tash sticks to the outside, gets the inside of turn 2, but that is leaves him without DRS, and Cammy looking to make a move, but not enough there. Anderson as well, and Cammy now. Anderson's making the most of this battle here. I mean, we've got approaching 1 lap left. Hold up to our final lap here. And to be honest, Cammy and Anderson could possibly just battle for position, but as long as they are within 3 seconds of Tash, they both gain an extra position, which gives them a better qualifying position for the race. Since as well as 5 attempts closing, but you're going to see what Anderson and Cammy will do, if they're going to battle it out or just settle for, well, they'll be getting 6th and 7th. And that's a yellow flag of Sinks, who has no wing. Sinks, who was sitting comfortably there in third place, battling out 3rd and 4th with Ginge. So I believe now that gives Ninja about 12 overtakes for Ninja and 13 overtakes for Anderson so far. And Cameron makes a move on Tenek Tash here, so we've got 1 lap left. Oh, and that is who's that? That's Tenek Tash and Cammy, and also that is Ashik looking to maybe squeeze on the inside, see if we can get another double overtake here. Gets the move done on Cammy, but Cammy will come back on that inside line. Anderson though gets the move done and does still get the DRS, which gives him a bait. With 1 lap left, gives him a, I would say advantage again. Tash holds that 3-second penalty, but yeah, as long as Anderson stays behind him, or gets the move done. Starting at the back up into P6 again, Ninja starting in 16th, and that is Cammy. Cammy gets a 3-second penalty. Right, yeah, that's not what he wants, because then that gives Ashik and Bacardi the chance to overtake them, and then that and Cammy goes again. Looks like he got an incredibly brake late there, couldn't turn the car in, which is not what he wants. Now he's carrying that 3-second penalty. Yeah, we have Wiccan basically out the whole race in P1. Wiccan giving us a little show there. Yeah, a bit excited. See, Wiccan is crossing the line. Do you see a bit of weaving from Wiccan? So yeah, it's Wiccan P1. Valley crosses in P2. Ginge. That's in the final corner. Ginge moves up into. He crosses the line to P3. Ninja in 4th. Tenek Tash, we're going to see what he can do. He moves down to 6th and this gets 5th. Tenet Tess and Kemi moves on to 8th to 9th, so that puts Anderson in 5th, Ashik in 6th, 7th is Bacardi. Clay looks like Clay still needs 10 seconds, just waiting for Clay and Murph back to cross the line. Clay crossing the line. And he's second now. Clay also with the low fuel light on. So now waiting for Nerf Pack, who is shortly to follow. So that is the end of our sprint race. Yeah, quite entertaining for the 10 laps there, especially with Ginge and the 6 in the battles there in the top half of the grid. So yeah, as we have the official sprint race results. So yeah, first place Wicken, second is Valley, Ginge is third, Ninja is fourth, Anderson 5th, 6th is Ashik, 7th is Bacardi, 8th is Tenik Tash, 9th is Kami, Kiani in 10th, Paranoid 11th, Chris 12th, Hindsight in 13th, Jax 14th, Sphinx in 15th, and then 16th Nurpat, Clay 17th, and then our DNS, Hot Wings, Snitsy and Ron. And as well, before we forget, we will get the times for the sprint, just in case there's any reports on this needed. But Anderson starting from the back in 20th and gaining up 15% to 5th place. Ninja as well gaining, I think he was on 11 positions, or 12 positions I believe it was. But yeah, so yeah, we will obviously be waiting for the race to start the lobby. We've got the countdown of 30 seconds. So formation lap ready and straight away into the race. So we're going to see what everyone tires. Oh, okay, interesting. We have obviously the recommended, we have an alternative, and then we have a what are you doing alternative. Valley and Clay and Ron all starting on soft tyres. That is, I mean, it's a rarity, you know. Now 9 out of 10 times everyone in a race is settling for the mediums or hard, going for the recommended or the alternative strategy. But yeah, starting on the softs. I mean, if they can get softs to, you know, stretch him out, maybe do a one stop. I mean, I know with Clay, obviously, he had to change tyres, I believe, in the sprint race. Obviously, that might have changed Monosaurs as well. Monosaurs, I think, crashed out. Valid, obviously, he started P2, so it's going to be interesting to see what it says for the softs, what their pit strategy is going to be. I mean, I wouldn't have thought the softs would have lasted long here anyway, but... So we've got someone in the party, we've got Key saying Bacardi, yeah. Bacardi did have a good run. I mean, he had a little spin at the end of sprint, but... Yeah, Bacardi there is showing his pace. And he had a few snaps of oversteer through sector 2 before the DRS straight, but hopefully with a harder compound, maybe more fuel on board, he might be able to keep that rear planted. So we've got the grid waiting to... yeah, with the, so it's saying soft, medium, hard, so 2-stop. Five lights. Away we go. So we're going to see if Wicken as well can have a good start of what he had. But no, that is Valley with an amazing start. Valley cleared Wicken before they even get to the braking line. And I hate this turn one's camera type because it always puts us at the back of the track. We want to be at the front. And again, it's looking relatively all clean here through turn one. A couple of positions changed going on. So we've got Ashik and Kiani side by side into turn 4. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Valley's, you know, I think that 8 laps or 7-8 laps. So you're going to have to see him try and gap Wicken as much as possible. So there's no form of an overcut undercut for Wicken. So that's a yellow flag. I think that is Dex Slater, severe collision with North Pack, and I think that is Jack giving the position back. I mean, it doesn't look like there's damage to either car on the wings. They are having a nice little battle, and that's Rhinoceros who has spun it. And is he got any damage? No damage again on the wing, it appears like. So we're going to jump back on board and see what actually we've got going on middle of the pack. Oh, that's Cammy that's gained a few positions. Oh, that's Bacardi, Anderson and Chris all in the pits. Missed it. Kiani did make the move, but hindsight is still trying to keep it defensive, but Kiani gets the better exit. Through 2 and that is, who is that? Is that Clay that was looking, oh no, it's Paranoid ahead that is looking all over Ashik, looking to make a move. I mean, we have got Clay as well on the soft tyres who has gained quite a few positions as well. I know a few of them has been, so yeah, Clay is up 7 positions. I know a few of them have obviously been a couple of spin outs. So now it's saying predicted strategy soft hards. That is going to be an interesting strategy. I mean, maybe even possibly if you can stick out, maybe soft medium would be better, but we got Clay side by side with Paranoid. Clay looking sticking to the outside. Still in the outside. Paranoid though just puts his car exactly where Clay wants to pull it. So penalty rise just Jack Clay at the moment. Clay though looking on the inside, but there's not going to be enough space. Hopefully get a good run out. Final corner here to see if he can make the most of that toe. Oh, yeah, does have Snitsy behind him in the Ferrari as well. Clay don't want to waste too much time fighting Paranoid. Just I jumped aboard, that is Clay and Paranoid side by side through turn 4. I believe that is Snitsy as well. Again, it is allowing this time to catch up to Clay. I mean, we'll have a nice little DRS train going here now. So there was a DRS as well. This DRS straight here is very rare to make a move with a DRS train. Yeah, so that is everyone all staying in the same distance. They came on the DRS straight. I mean, in the meantime, again, Valley 3 laps down and already 2 seconds ahead of Wicked on them soft tyres. So it does look like Paranoid's got She would, I'd imagine, get a move on the outside here. Captain Hindsight goes defensive on the inside, but yeah, that's actually got all the space he needs. And what's that? Clay looking on the inside of Paranoid possibly there. What's that? The Wiccan is Ninja. Ninja snuck up into P2. They just started the race 4th up into P2. I mean, obviously Valley still got about 3 laps left of his tyres before they start dying out. Maybe if that depends on how hard he's been abusing them. They have got it looking all over. Ninja looking to make a move here. He's diving down the inside. That's Wiccan getting back P2. Again, this is Lawin now. Valley is 3 seconds ahead, and this is Ginge. He probably must have lost a place down to Kiani, but pretty sure that yeah, we're still Kiani and Ginge. So okay, yeah, this is this battle point to look at. You've got 1st and 2nd place of Tier 2 Championship right now. And Kiani probably needing them more points, a lot more than what Ginge needs. Ginge only needs to score consistent points for the last 3 races just to secure him for the championship. Oh, and that is Kiani that looked like he might have nearly outbroke himself into the back of Ginge, having the fade off track, which does allow Tash behind him take advantage of that. We're on lap 5, and Kiani as well. I mean, yeah, quite. Apart from Valley, everyone all under kind of Tash is 32%. I'm gonna say yeah, 30% for top 7, and that's yellow flag in sector 2. Sorry, sector 1. Who's that? I think it's causing a yellow flag, and that is Paranoid. That's dropping a couple of positions to 6. This looks like it's to the inside line. Not sure Paranoid's made a mistake there, but Ashik definitely did capitalise on that. Ninja looking to regain P2 here. I mean, obviously we know Valley will be pitting within the next couple of laps. Again, Wiccan and Ninja don't want to spend too much time battling each other, so Valley creates gains a gap to capitalise and start on the softs. See on the back of Clay still. Yeah, not enough to make a straight. We've got a yellow flag ahead. Is that Valley? No, that is Vase. And I think Valley must have had a little spin or lost control of his car momentarily, because Wiccan has gone from nearly 4 seconds to 3/10 behind. Yeah, unfortunately as well, Kiani did have a little wobble there. Not too sure what's happened, but no damage looks like, so still got plenty of time. And actually yellow flag, and I believe that is Inks. Not too sure what's happened to him again. Not having the best of luck, and that is Anderson that has wrecked his car. Let's see where he's wrecked it. Yeah, put them all over there. Not a safety car or anything though, so well, the yellow flag in sector 2 and sector 3 at the moment. No safety car VSE, which is nice to see we can get back to racing, and that looks like she coming fairly slowly out of turn 1. That's it, well, must have got moved on and claimed more without us realising. If you're looking at hindsight as well. It's literally up 12 places. I think it's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It looks like he's coming in, and that is a retirement in the pits. So I'm gonna have a yellow flag from sector 1. And that is Clay coming into the pits now. It'll be interesting to see what he slaps on. And we saw, what was he going for? He's going for a set of hards. So Clay going for a set of hards. It's going to be interesting where if a sheep can get the jump. It's going to be close going into turn 1. Sheik and Clay, so yeah, Clay still ahead. Sheik though will have an advantage of obviously having them hards that already scrubbed into, so they're going to be at maximum grip. Clay got a 3-second time penalty, and it's not what you want right now, especially at early days. Giving you a chance to obviously get another 3 warnings. Wicken all back on the back of Valley. Is Valley gonna pit? Valley is going into the pits. Wicken though making the most of his toe to get some form of advantage over Ninja, who Ninja has, looks like might have ginged even on the inside. Not enough there. Ninja is looking all over the back of Wicken now. Wicken as well will not have the advantage of DRS being offensive Ninja now, so he's gonna have to try and find as much time in the corners as he can before this DRS straight. Let's be looking for the outside. Wicken though, most offensive stays on the outline 2, not giving Ninja space to make a move. Sitting in the middle of the track there as well. Looking like he's getting a better run through sector 2 and little chicane there. And that is Jins, that is all over the back of Ninja as well. Again, looking at that inside, seeing if there was enough speed to gain, but it does look like Ninja does get a better exit. Ginge goes off track there as well. Unfortunately, we'll lose time, so we're going to see. Obviously, Ninja is too far back. And, yeah, Wicken and Ninja both finished their DRS, same as Ginge. So Hindsight has got his fuel light on lap 10. That's interesting. Jump on board. So Ninja is now, well, was 2/10 of Wicken, so good exit here. Maybe could be side by side and get a move done as early as possible. Ninja for some sectors with the track does look to be faster than Wicken too. Ninja looking like a little bit of snap of oversteer. Guys, Wicken and Ninja both into the pits. So Snitsy stayed out. So yeah, so only Kiani, Wings, Hindsight, and Snitsy and Nerf Pack as well are the only ones to still be on the medium tyres, starting with that compound. We've got Cammy over the back of Paranoid as well. Paranoid, the tyres will be coming to an end. Cammy will probably still have quite good grip in them hards. Yeah, so Valley there making a move on Nerf Pack as well. He's got Ginger behind him again. Ginger's tyres hopefully should be starting to warm up now. They can start getting the power out a bit earlier as well. And Valley takes a really wide exit there. I mean, literally slingshots off track. They are side by side though, and it does look like Ginge isn't giving up at all. Valley there will have DRS going into turn 1. Ginge unfortunately will not be so. Ginge as well won't have any ERS as long as they're both completed their ERS. Kiani's into the pits. Ginge there in the middle of the track. Valley there looks like making the move. Gets the move done before the braking zone. Yeah, gets the move done nicely quite there. Now puts Ninja ahead of him. So Valley unfortunately, they're starting on a sauce, you know. He was 4 seconds ahead. He's 1 second behind Ninja and Wicken. I mean, if he didn't have that little oversteer snap, he could have been possibly 3.5 seconds ahead of Ninja. Kiani as well, and Clay having a battle for 13th and 14th. Getting Kiani on cold tyres. Clay's on hards that are scrubbed in now and should be starting to get more grippy. They're keeping it nice and tight while Kiani goes defensive from the outside. Here's Bacardi. Bacardi is steaming up. I'm trying to get Bacardi on 10 lap on mediums. So that is Paranoid into the pits. Cammy, Hot Wings, finds out until he still hasn't pit. Oh, the Saurus gets a 3-second time penalty. sorry about that, boys. So we got Valley and Ginge. Valley ghosted for some reason. Valley is ghosted on screen, loses 2 positions, so not too sure if he's disconnected or got some connection issues there. So yeah, Wiccan's nearly getting Ninja outside that DRS zone, 2 attempts to go. Hot Wings, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the fast lane. So Snitsy though is still out on track, 13 laps old tyres. Cammy obviously on the hards, but yeah, Snitsy put in a medium, and Hot Wings looks like a retirement in the pits. That's 2 retirements in the pits so far. And that is Tenik, Tash and Valley. And the thing is though, is that we've seen it before with ghosted cars on screen, they look ghosted, but if you go to hit someone, it still makes contact. Again, not a safety car, VSC out so far. Kiani on the back of Captain Hindsight here. Might be able to make use of the DRS here as he's looking up in the inside. Yeah, gets him side by side for the braking zone. Yeah, I guess him done nicely there. I mean, as long as he Hindsight off track there a little bit, does get a better run through though. Hindsight though has to hit the brakes. Kiani obviously was off the racing line then, had to brake a little bit earlier than what anticipated. Towards that. Yeah, Tenik and Valley making the most of the DRS, getting the move done into before turn 1. Valley's on the hunt for getting back his positions that he's lost. 14 laps and looks like he's still going. Valley gets a purple sector 1 there, possibly might be able to set new fastest lap so far. To see whether Wiccan is gaining time on Cammy. He is slowly gaining time on Cammy, and Cammy again 14 laps and Snitsy, if Wiccan's catching up to him now. Maybe it might be a shot better to pit sooner rather than later. You don't want to lose too much time. So Snitsy staying out again. So it's Cammy. And Wiccan again was from sector 2, was 4.5 seconds behind now. He's just on 4.2 seconds behind. We've got Clay that's made a move on Hindsight. Looks like the closest battle we have is going to be Ginge and Ninja. Ginge still in the back of Ninja. I mean, slowly is gaining time. Again, both used up their ERS, so Ginge will have that DRS advantage. I mean, Ninja don't look like he got an amazing start there. I mean, so quite a bit of a gap there. And exit off that hairpin. Ginge getting sort of DRS on Ninja, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's closer to gap, but yeah, not enough to make a move. And we're going to see how Hindsight and Clay's going again, same situation. Captain Hindsight does have DRS, but yeah, not enough. Ginge is still struggling to find time on sorry, on Ninja to he's gained a 10th in the last lap. He's slowly getting there, but the problem is I think Ninja is running. I think he is running less downforce. I mean, Ginge gave a blow of his ERS, and that's Jack Slater that looks to be off retired in the pits as well. Yellow flag for sector 3, which does be no overtaking, and Ginge does get the move on Ninja. Yeah, that is Ginge given back the position. So yeah, Ginge unfortunately did get the move done, but unfortunately was on yellow flag conditions. So and is that that's going to be that Sheik that was sideways, or is that Jack Slater's car? Sheik is in piss, so that must have been Jack Slater's car. That looked like it was sideways. Let's see, 17 like this. Let's go in medium soft, maybe. Pitted, I don't think. No, they haven't pitted. Yeah, it's him and Kemi that haven't stopped. Let's see, I mean, 17 seconds ahead of Kami, which is about probably more or less just 20 seconds ahead of Wickham. So yeah, so Snitchy just needs to keep doing what he's doing to maybe pull off whatever he's gonna pull off. Yeah, Colin in the chat, yeah, it's got to be medium softs. 19 laps. The problem is that I think softs might be able to do 10 laps if you're very lucky. Then again, they're probably reaching up to 70%, 80%. So jump welcome aboard Ginge as well. It's all over the back of Ninja, and that is Valley that is sneaking up behind Ginge at the same time. A little bit of a staying snap there for Valley. So Snitchy finally comes into the pits. Again, yeah, soft tyres on, so 10 laps. It's going to be interesting. Cammy's still out, so Snitchy, we want to see where he drops back. So it comes out to 6th place, not too bad. So yeah, he has done. Obviously, Cammy will have to pit, so he will only have 4 cars ahead of him. side by side with that Ninja. But yeah, we're gonna jump on board with Valley. Valley is still looking back on Ginger, and also in the meantime we're paying attention to Snitsy. Ginge made the move on Ninja. Let's see how Snitsy's getting on. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Snitsy can do here. The wicket is almost like a Cammy move, so Cammy unfortunately, again, who I imagine is going for the hard softs, who should really go, yeah, goes in the pitch now. I don't know if he's left it too late. I know Snitsy's going to be having to find a lot of time, but it's going to be interesting to see where Cammy comes out. He will be losing possibly another 2 places. Hindsight and Clay. We have got Paranoid as well approaching the final corner. This is going to be close for Paranoid to see if that is coming released from the pits. No, Paranoid unfortunately too far back to gain a place there. So yeah, coming move on the medium tyres now, on the mediums. Ooh. That's sorry about that. So as I was saying, Cammy on the medium tyres, that's not what I would have expected. Keone and Tash look to be swapping places there. So this thing is up into P3 already. Look like he's getting a double move there on Valley and Ninja with the DRS. I mean, they're looking at possibly. Sorry about that, boys, again. So yeah, as I was saying, Snitsy, okay, kind of missed what's happened here. Snitsy was fine up front with Ninja. So yeah, sorry, Valley did get his move done for P3. Obviously, now he's on a fresher hearts hunting down Wicken and Ginge, but behind him sneaking up as well, Snitching and fresh shots. We've got a yellow one, flag through sector 1, which I imagine is to be one who's possibly spun out. So boys, just a back and forth. So yeah, Snitsy, but on board with Snitsy, we're going to see how he's doing. He actually got Keone as well, who doesn't have DRS on him. Moves with 4 tenths of Snitsy, so it's interesting. set so fastest lap for 1:31 flat. And Snitsy though, I mean, he's gaining a small bit of time, but he's gaining enough. Yeah, exactly, Colin, mate. He's at the back. He's not got enough for to even get a toe of Ninja. He is in the worst place. I mean, yeah, them softs, a good thing is because there's a slight gap. But the thing is, on them softs, it looks like Kiani is sticking to him as well on the hards. I mean, they both have DRS. I mean, with everyone completed more or less their EOS, I'd imagine now. Kiani though breaks late, forced to take a wider line. And have a look at the penalties as well with 5 laps to go. So yeah, Clay, Kiani and Ron with 3, Tasha with 6 seconds. Don't know if Snitsy is gaining or he does look like he's gaining, but hasn't got the exit speed as fast as Ninja. And so it's all the back of Valley. Ninja could possibly make a move before Snitsy makes a move on him. Does have DRS, Valley doesn't, so it's Ninja gonna fall short to Valley, but since he was climbing back in, that's 3 seconds for Chris. So yeah, Snitsy caught up to the battle of Ninja and Valley, but that does put Kiani right at the back of Snitsy again. Kiani with them penalties, but which shouldn't face Snitsy as long as he keeps it clean, doesn't catch the penalties himself. Kiani there looking for the inside. We got a yellow flag in sector 2. Is that Cammy? That is Cammy. He's spun it. Not too sure where he spun it. He was going a lot slower than everyone else on what he should be in that speed. Because he might have lost it on that little hairpin on sector 2. Ninja for now finds himself within 3/10 of Valley, so hopefully a good exit here. Good one on DRS should be able to secure that P3. It's not looking like it's enough. But Snitsy still on the back of Ninja, so Snitsy needs to sort of get these moves done quickly for his kill that day. Yeah, as well as a bit more wear on that tyre. Tash with another 3 seconds. I believe that is now 9 seconds for Tash. We're gonna have this battle. So we've got Ginger as well. Ginger's caught up to Wicken, 4/10 behind Wicken. We're getting a win here for Ginge. Johnny finishing where he is with 6 with 3 seconds of penalty. Exactly what Ginge now just needs to try and get Got 3 laps left, try and get moved on the Wicken and hold it there. And that is Chris at the back and Ron, I believe, battling it out. I got a battle at the back. Yeah, mechanical. I am dying over here, mate, but it's all good. It's all gravy. Yeah, we did have him before Colin really interrupted. Yeah, so one of us did get the move done on Chris at the back there, so we still got a battle throughout the middle of the pack. I mean, who's that? That is Snitzy that got a move done on Ninja. So now 3 Snitzy up into Valley. Snitzy again. I mean, if he pulls off a P3 here, that would be amazing. I'm pretty sure he started 19th. And Ginge looking to see if we can close that gap on Wicken. And that is Kiani that has spun it. So again, this will definitely benefit Ginge. Kiani's so Kiani spun it, that puts him down into 7th place. Yeah, at least straight away all the way back off the alley. We've got a yellow flag. So that a flag, but there's no yellow sector on the map. But yes, next he's got 2 laps left. He's got a chance at fight for podium place right now. He does still have Ninja behind him for company. He's not gonna have enough. That's a yellow flag to sector 2. I believe that is Cammy. Yeah, Cammy in 12th place. I mean, Chris and Ron side by side at the back there. I was just about to say, I mean, no 16 drivers left, so that means every point is still up for grabs. Ron and Chris will be battling out for that final point at the back. I mean, might stay on board and see how this turns out for the second to last lap. So this is what it's on fresher mediums. Snitzy looking to get quite a lot of time to him us. Well, he jumped on board with him. He's just under 3/10 behind Valley. Going to be approaching the final lap. Approaching the final sector as well. So if Ginge wants to get moved down this DRS straight here, would be his best bet. As you can see, I mean, through sector 1 and sector 2 DRS, it's you haven't got enough speed there, and that's a yellow flag, and that is a shit. He is gaining, but yeah, not enough. Is he gonna? No, I thought he's gonna chance it and dive down the inside then, but in there. So yeah, so we are gonna stay on board with this. We are gonna see if Snitzy can find the space to make a move for Ron and Chris are still exchanging places at the back. As well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to know what state of them soft tyres are as well. I mean, they're 9 laps old, and that is as well. That is Ninja on the back of Snitzy as well, and that's Kiani that's dropped down into P9, P10. Ginger as well, who is 6/10 off Wicken. So again, Wicken could definitely capitalise on these points right now. Snitzy as well doesn't look like he is going to get a move done on Valley. I mean, he has got a little, maybe about 100 yards of DRS, if that. So that's Wicken that does take the win. Ninjas. We're going to see where Tash drops down to. Tash actually, I believe, stays in P6. We're going to see where Clay drops down to. Clay drops down to 8th. And penalty, we're going to jump on board with Ashik. Again, 3 penalties, so Ashik should stay where he is. And yeah, Runnelsons and Chris will jump on board here. Again, they were having a few battles, but in fact, Runnelson got the better of Chris. Just waiting for Chris and Ron to cross the line to get our official standings for the race. So when it crosses the line and Chris crosses the line, and that is it, and concludes our race here in Bahrain. So driver of the day, the game gives it to Snixie. Yeah, he is definitely a strong contender for that. But you also got to put into likes of Ninja. He had a brilliant. He didn't have too much luck in the qualifying, but yeah, he smashed it in the sprint race. So there's a few drivers that are easily going to be a tough choice for driver of the day. So unfortunately, we aren't going to watch the celebration because the last time it glitched out and didn't want to get that. So when it lets me want to, there we go. So yeah, so top 3, Wicken. Stop with this one. So Wicken in first, Ginge in second, and third is Fally. I would normally sit here and read it out, but I'm gonna struggle. So feel free to read out yourselves because I'm gonna struggle to do this. Just gonna scroll down to get the final standings for the results of the race, and then just get the sprint. But yeah, I mean that was a good race for the sprint and the feature race itself. A lot of action from start to finish, especially as with that qualifying so close as well. I've been Scott. Thanks for joining here for round 13 of Bahrain, and I believe we will be back next week. Don't shoot me, but I'm pretty sure it's Spain. I'm just gonna double check that. Obviously, we will be here on Sunday, where I'd imagine it will be Dan and Clay on comms for the tier 3 race. I'll just get the calendar up. Yeah, so Spain for round 14. But yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching, and we will catch you on Sunday.